Jacobson over the line. He's got a lane to the net, left side, backhander, score! Man, this kid's on fire! Jacobson over the line for Brandon. Pass down low, what a save! Merrick Schlenker, how do you do? Oh my, he robbed Jordan Gavin.
Yeah, that was a beautiful save by him.
Rolison shoots and stops, rebound, score! And that is Zach Lancer depositing his backhander. Boston on the sideboard, back to the blue line, Hamilton across, one-timer, Wagner scores! Jaden Wagner! That's his first in the Western Hockey League as Keith Fawcett grabs that puck! Now Pavlik will try for Moose Jaw. Near the Regina bench on the right side. He gets absolutely smoked. Jonas Cone, what a hit. Hamilton a shot off the end board and poked aside by Ruzicka. Right point, Wagner has the puck. He will shoot. Scores! Aiden Wagner! First WHO goal last night and now he's got his second. And they score! Puck turned over by Ruzicka and it's Zach Lancer lifting a backhander into the open net. I gotta get a replay on that one because I did not expect that to happen. Ruzicka passes it right onto the tape of Zach Lansard. And the puck will be flipped out to center ice. Across the line of breakaway, Mayette walks in, scores! Short-handed goal, Ellis Mayette! Holy smokes, it's a scoring parade in this one. In behind the net, centering pass, scores! Reese Hamilton against his former team. First in 12 games for Reese's Pieces. On the left wing side, Julian Mays to center. He's got Brown with him. Mays over the line. Dancing to the left to the Calgary net. He shoots! Scores! No goal! And it is a goal! Or is it not? Yes, they have scored! I was a little confused right there, but I knew that puck was in.
Are you as confused as Dante is? Don't be. It is a Wednesday, and it is Patscast, the unofficial Regina Pats podcast. It's the 5th of November. It is a Wednesday. It is Chris here, Kevin there. How are you tonight, Kev?
Pretty good. It's kind of an odd day to record, but hey, we're here. Nice day out today for us in Regina here. Taking when we get them before the big winter comes. Big chill.
Yeah, who knows when that's going to come. Could be tomorrow, could be next month, who knows. But yeah, we'll take it. Another nice day. Some good hockey we've seen lately. It's been a while. It's been a week and a half of hockey. Trying to get caught up on it a bit here. A quick little episode for you guys before the weekend hits, and a 3-3, the first 3-3 the Pats have had in a couple seasons. But yeah, we're just going to kind of run through a little bit of news and the 4 games that we've watched this week. And yeah, and then next week we've already got an interview in the bank for the next episode come out on Sunday after the 3-3. So yeah, but
you'll want to listen to that one.
Yeah, got a good interview. It's like 25 minutes long, so it's real good. Kevin was shocked by the length of it when
it just went so fluid. It was so good.
So be definitely a good one to check out here. So all right, so we got a few news and notes to touch on here before we get into these games. So going way back, the trade, the 20-year-old defenseman coming in from Seattle, Kowalik, never reported, and that trade ended up getting rescinded. The Pats received their 7th round pick back, and yeah, and then Kowalik ended up being just a free agent and cleared waivers, and he's free to do whatever he wants now.
Yeah, it's too bad for us, and hopefully he's doing whatever he wants to do now.
Yeah, so hopefully he finds out what he wants to do, and it's too bad that they had to move on from Smith to make room for him.
Exactly.
And then they lose Smith now, which is the unfortunate part, right?
But that opens the door for Wagner, who's been called up for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and he picked up his first 2 goals of the season.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
so
he's already got 2 goals. So
yeah,
and he's looked good. Like, he hasn't stood out in a bad way, and he hasn't. I haven't watched much this week, especially being away from home. Obviously, I was there last night against Calgary, but it's not a bad thing when a defenseman doesn't stand out. So
Yeah. Well, and playing AAA until this point in the season, so he's probably a little bit behind.
yeah, for
He was
sure.
here for training camp, preseason and stuff, but it's been a month and a half or whatever, so
Yeah, yeah,
it'll
you got
take
to
him a
get
while to
up
get
to
into
this
the.
level too, right?
Yeah, exactly. It'll take him a little while to get into it. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. No, no,
He
he's
looks
looked
good so
okay.
far,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
he's a right-handed shot.
Yeah, another key thing there, right? So I don't know
So
what the
they
breakdown
actually
is now. I'm thinking about
they've
it.
they've got balance. They got three right-handed shot defensemen, so that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Bridgman, McNutt, and him.
McNutt's the other one. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, so Brent, yeah, then I guess we what else is on there? I think we just go into the Brand game and then the news, some more news coming out of that game, unfortunately. But yeah, that Brandon game, I cut some bits and pieces of it, and we talked about them, really scoring goals going into that game. They'd scored what 15 in two games, and you you see the score 3-2. They lose in the shootout. It's like, oh, okay, it is what it is. But like Mark Black was on color that night, and he's like, oh, it was I don't can't remember what point of the game was, but he's like, oh, you don't want to really get in a run and gun game with these guys. And I was kind of thinking about that. Yeah, it could get ugly, right? But it seemed like it was a pretty even game, obviously. And then I watched the overtime, and wow, that was a pretty exciting portion of the game, wasn't it?
That was the probably the most exciting part of the game.
Yeah. What was there? It was like, there's shots with 33-30. Nothing too crazy. Each team had a power play goal, and yeah. So I mean, it's
It was pretty even.
pretty even
So
game.
yeah,
Um, uh, but yeah, that overtime, there's chances both ways. Schlenker made a huge save. Mays had a great chance in front. I know he like slammed a stick on the ice because Ruzicka made a nice save, and yeah, there was a
man, I still can't get over how big he is. I'm
yeah.
big, I'm tall, but he's taller than me, and I'm like 6'6", so he's like 6'7", 6'8", probably.
Oh, and then
Dante calls
Fawcett.
him the monster.
Yeah, yeah. Fawcett got one through him, but it like trickled out past the
Yep.
post. It was like, oh, damn, so close. But and then the shootout, whatever, shootout, whatever. So, but the big kind of story out of that game was Tabashnik leaving early,
Yeah.
at the mid mark of the first. McNutt kind of fell down and looks like basically pinched his leg against the post. You could see
Yeah.
him.
It
He
just
grabbed for his leg right away, and
yeah, it didn't look good. But
no, not at all. And
unfortunately, that's the breaks. I was hoping he'd have a really good season, but now they're
yeah. So
saying
who?
they're saying 4 to 6 weeks. Hopefully, it is just 4 to 6 weeks. But
But
with a
yeah, the way he
goalie,
came off the ice, and yeah,
with a
didn't
goalie and a leg
look.
injury,
Yeah, like is it? You don't know till they say something like is it broken leg or is it just a high ankle sprain, which those are kind of ugly too. Those take a
yeah,
long time to heal. Who knows? But you can see him, and even McNutt, like he went down and they crashed into each other, and he didn't get up right away. He obviously knew something was up because he like waved to the bench right away. You could see him; he was
yeah,
waving to the bench, and he just laid
yeah,
there, like not to affect Tabashnik any more
yeah, just to make
than he
sure
was. Yeah, right.
less damage as possible.
Yeah, and I mean those nets come off, but obviously they're still in the ice fairly good, right? They can't just be sitting on the ice, so that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, and kind of thinking about it now, okay, they waited and waited, waited, and then they finally make a decision on the goaltending to
Yeah,
trade Pine and keep Schlenker, and then this goes and happens, and it's like, oh, you could have kept Pine, but it is what it like, just the way it happens, right? So then they got to turn around and make another goalie move, and then they go to Moose Jaw of all teams and bring in Matthew Hutchison. So I mean, I think he'll be a serviceable backup, nothing crazy, but what was it, a sixth round pick they used?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you're not expecting too much, but it's a guy that'll come in and
He's got
definitely,
WHL experience. He's
yeah,
got like
exactly.
70 games or whatever in the Western Hockey League, so he's not a
Yeah, he's
brand
not
new
some,
rookie.
yeah,
Stats aren't the greatest, but that could be multiple different things.
Yeah,
Different system here. Who's to say how good he'll be? But I don't think they were prepared to have Mooney be in live game action yet.
yeah, full time, kind of full
Yeah,
time
so
backup. I mean, so
yeah, because with the upcoming 3-3, it'll be tough. Because
yeah,
hopefully, like if Mooney was here, hopefully he wouldn't get like shell shocked or anything like that. He might come in and pitch a shutout. Who knows? But
yeah,
take a chance or go with ride with a 19 because who knows how long Tabby will be out
yeah. You never
for
know,
sure.
right?
Yeah, they're saying
So
4 to 6.
yeah, there's nothing on the weekly report this week. So
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah.
where to go? Yeah, here's the weekly report. So just update that. It was what do we got? More upper body day to day. Bear illness day to day. Eggland upper body day to day, and then Deschamps. Well, he returned already on last night's game. So he's back already. So, but yeah, other than that, yeah, no, nothing on Tabashnik yet. Maybe next week. Maybe once they get some more. Maybe they don't even know yet. Who knows? But
Yeah,
yeah, it's too bad for him. Yeah, like I said, it's he needs some. Obviously, he needs experience, but yeah, you want to see him play,
exactly.
get into the games, right? He's probably going to be a 50-50 split ish, and then
Probably, yeah.
he's going to be the guy next year, most likely, right? So,
Yeah, for sure.
but yeah, anyways, so we got you lose a tight one against Brandon. They were kind of hot rolling in. Um, it's too bad, but then you go to Moose Jaw on Friday night, and I
Ooh,
didn't see any of this game.
Halloween.
Yeah, on Halloween, I didn't really see any of this game, but you come out with a 5-2 win. Like nothing wrong with that. It's a winnable game, and they went into Moose Jaw and won it pretty handily. So, what did you
Yeah,
think of that game?
once they got to the third period, like they've been known to kind of sit back with the lead or whatever. And for as much as they actually sat back, they kept they kept playing hard. They got 13 shots in the third. Usually when they get the lead in the third, it just kind of they go into neutral
Yeah,
and the
teams
other
teams kind of
teams like
sit back, right? Yeah,
yeah. But they didn't sit back. It was decent. That's when Wagner scored his first career goal. He made it 4-2. Nice blast. So it was nice to see him get off a nice goal there. It wasn't like a chintzy, cheesy goal for his first one, so that's good.
yeah. No, that was a nice shot. I caught the highlights and stuff. So, and that's kind of a key time, right? Early in the third, you make it a 4-2 game. So it's a huge goal, right? So.
And I'm proud of Colton Bridgman, for stepping up and going with the Brady Ness after him taking liberties on one of our young guys. So it's good.
Okay. Yeah, you said he had a fight, so that's good. It's kind of what we expect. You go to Moose Jaw. Yeah, they've been scoring a lot, but they have been giving up a lot of goals. So it's nice to see that the Pats were able
Yeah,
to
with Moose
score a
Jaw,
few. And
you never know what you're going to get.
no,
Like they'll score a bunch, but they'll allow a bunch. But then they score two. Pats only scored five. Only five's
yeah,
awesome, but
five's good. Yeah, I'll take five all every
oh,
game, right?
exactly. But some of their games have been like 8-7 and stuff. Like what
Yeah,
right
for
now?
sure.
What's the score right now? They're losing 9-4, 9-4, whatever it is.
Against Brandon and the team that we just talked about being
Exactly.
really coming getting going, right? Like I said, they kind of were not where they wanted to be, and now they're seem to be rolling. So.
Oh no, sorry. Moose Jaw's winning 6-2. I was the
Oh,
Brandon Swift Current game. That's
oh, it's
Brandon Swift
Yeah, it's
Current
Brandon
tonight.
Swift Current. Yeah,
Yeah,
9-4 or whatever.
got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
games mixed up there. But they've scored six against Calgary. So
there we go. Yeah,
you never know
so
what you're going to expect with the
no,
Jaw. Sure.
definitely. I mean, there you go. There's 3 points right off the hop. The first two games of the weekend, or the week, anyways. And then you go to Brandon, and then that definitely not a replay of the first game. A little bit of a different game. It was the high scoring type, and
Yeah, there's just like I don't really know how to describe this. Pat's got the big lead. Brandon tied it up. Pat's got another lead. Brandon tied it up and then took it over.
yeah, I this game was on early for me. I don't know. What time did this game start? Like it was like
I think it was 5
5.
o'clock. Yeah, it was a five
Yeah,
o'clock game.
and I didn't realize it was on that early. But anyway, so I'm scrolling my phone, all of a sudden I see it. It's 3-0. I'm like, all right, sweet. Oh, 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. All right, okay.
Yes,
And
it was 3-3 after the first. Like
I
it was,
know, wild.
yeah, it was one of those games where neither team could keep the puck out.
Yeah, like Miette had a shorthanded breakaway. I think Lancert had a breakaway goal in that one too. Wagner picked up another goal. So like, yeah, some of the other, these other guys scoring, stepping up. But yeah, then it kind of then I turned it on in the third period. Well, yeah, the third period was not pretty, that's for sure. They gave up 4 goals in the third period to lose 8-5. Like,
Well, when they gave up the game tying goal, like just over a minute into the third, and then like was it three? Well, 3 minutes into the third, it was like,
yeah,
oh man,
another one. Yeah,
the wind kind of was knocked out of the sails, I think, and then they scored an empty net, and then they scored a goal after the
yeah,
after the
right
empty
late.
net.
Yeah, I saw that like real late. Like just putting salt in the wounds there. But
Just a little bit, yeah. Like Brandon, they got some scorers. Like they got Gavin and Jacobson and Mistelbacher and Bo Miller, and they didn't have Surkamp playing either game. So like
yeah,
kid's got 12 goals in 11 games or whatever it is, and 10 of them are on the power play. So
yeah, he was the rookie of the month, first month of the season here. So
yeah,
good for him, local kid. So, but yeah, like I just said I take 5 all day. Well, the Pats did score 5. It's just they gave up 8. So
yep,
it's unfortunate, but I mean, we haven't seen them give up that many goals all season. I don't
yeah.
think.
And then there
So
was a couple scraps at the same time on one shift, and
yes, near the end. Yeah,
Dante didn't know what to do when he was calling it. It was hilarious. I don't think he's never had a multi-fight situation. He's had skirmishes. Everyone grabs a partner, but
yeah.
this time it was actually a couple actual scraps, and
Yeah,
I don't
Cone
think,
and Gleesman both got game misconducts for
yeah,
second fight. So
yeah,
the camera work wasn't very good. Like they
it
weren't
was
even
kind of it
showing.
was kind of all over.
Yeah, it was not very good. Dante's calling it, and I'm like, "Where? What's going on? You can't see anything." Like,
Yeah, the camera
so
person probably was like, "Oh, there's a fight. What's going on?"
yeah, so
It's not common to see two fights in a game anymore. So
definitely not. Um, but yeah, I mean, so that was kind of a rough end to that weekend. But you got 3 points. It would have been nice to get one win for Brandon, not give them 4 points. But
I
um,
think the turning point in that game was when they pulled Ruzicka and they put Kraus in.
yeah, okay, yeah. What? How long did he
Ruzicka,
last?
6 shots, 3 goals against.
Oh, he only lasted the 8 minutes. The first 3
Yeah,
goals of the game.
yeah.
Yeah,
Then they pulled
okay.
him and like it's like it was like the switch turned.
Well, from there on, it was 8-2, right? So after those first 3 goals,
But Carl stopped 27-29, and he actually stopped some pretty decent
yeah,
attempts and
right.
scoring chances. So
And then Ruzicka, well, he looked really good here on
yeah,
Wednesday, right? From what I saw in that game. And
yeah,
then he looked like a sieve in that game, right? Like that's junior hockey, right? Right
yeah.
there
Oh
in a
yeah,
nutshell.
exactly.
So, but yeah, well, that was a tough one to swallow at the end, but oh well. Yeah, and then you go into Wednesday, Calgary. Haven't seen Calgary yet. They come to town, and it was a rough start.
Tuesday.
Or Tuesday, yeah.
Today is Wednesday,
I know.
Chris.
I just assumed it was a Wednesday game. It's always Wednesday, right?
It's
But yeah,
weird to have Tuesday games.
I know,
That's not
right? Not
super
very many
common
of
anymore.
those. And the Pats give up the first goal and the first shot, and you're thinking, "Ooh,
Oh, not again.
not great there, right?" But then Julian Mays kind of scores, doesn't score, maybe scores. He ended up scoring.
Well, you
Um,
you called it right away.
yeah, I seen it. I knew it
I
was in the
couldn't. I
back.
from my angle, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. But the way the puck bounced out, I'm like
Yeah,
that. When you said it was in, I'm like it had to have gone in. Like the referee
yeah.
was adamant. He was
He
pointing.
was adamant too. Yeah, he was right on it. Yeah, you could. You just happen to be looking at the right spot right when that
Yeah,
happens. If you're not paying close attention and you're kind of just watching the play, you might not have caught it. But yeah, it was. I just happened to be looking right at the net, and it was clearly in. And Dante was confused, so because the ref was adamant about it.
yeah.
He didn't waver. No goal ever. So
No, he pointed. True, true.
yeah.
Just
So it was nice to see Julian Mays score again. He obviously had a nice little run there, and he started in the Brandon game a couple games in a row there without points. So nice to him nice to see him get going again. Um, but yeah, that was a really nice shot, short side upstairs.
Oh yeah,
That was a beauty. And then yeah, I mean, then it didn't. It seemed you kind of mentioned it like yeah, the Pats they only had 10 shots through 2 periods. He's like, and you said you're like, it just seems like they can't get anything going. Calgary's just like clogging it up, shutting it down, and
stifling.
yeah, right. And they only had 3 shots through the first 15 minutes of the third period because it was like whatever 5 minutes to go, and they only had 13 shots. I was like, oh
Yeah,
man, like this is rough. Like there's 5 minutes to go. Like this is probably done for. And then, but like Fawcett gets that late one to tie it up. Uh, like it just gets some pucks at net. Like he just deflected that one in. That was off the
yep.
Branish point shot, right? So, and then, whew, he kind of. I don't say they played bad, but it didn't look good. And I know Brad was not happy with them through 40, and he
The
told them
first
he's like,
part, yeah.
yeah, he said at the second intermission, you guys better get on it, right? Like this is not how we play. And they came out, and I mean, the first part of the third period didn't look great either. To be honest, I didn't think, but
Not really, no. But
but they
halfway
found a
through,
way. But they found a
halfway through
way.
the switch flipped, and
Yeah, they got one. They got the first one, the Hamilton one, and then yeah, Fawcett getting that late one to tie it up, and then go to overtime, and then he uh he finishes off in overtime. That was a nice play.
it was thought for sure he was going to shoot it, but then he did the little dangle, and
Yeah, I thought for sure he was going to shoot too. You're right in the slot, and he dangled the goalie, and there was two guys there too. Like it's not
yeah,
like he was wide open.
yep,
Um, and so when I went back and watched the highlights and get the clips, the audio clips, Mark Black he was commenting. He's like, usually on in overtime and 3-on-3, you don't want to give up the puck, and Hamilton dumped it in, but he went after it hard, and he made that
yeah,
play happen, right? And
for sure.
hungry for the puck, and that's what Brad said. He's like the guys need to be more hungry, and that's basically what happened, right? So it was a nice little play by Hamilton there to start that play because all three guys went down below the line, the goal line, and then Fawcett was standing out in front of the crease, and he was kind of wide open. And like I said, he didn't shoot. Then those two defenders come out at him, and he dekes through them and scores. So
Yep,
that was
it
that was
was a nice
nice.
goal.
Yeah, it stopped Calgary's 6-game winning streak. Now they're on a losing streak. So, but yeah, and so another couple points to those first three last week, and so you get 5 points out of these 4 games here. That's a pretty solid little stretch here.
Yeah, especially after the start they had, they're starting to turn things around, which is great.
Yeah, like you
Hopefully,
had
it can continue on.
yeah, you started 0-3, and then they had a couple more losses, I think, into October. But you look at the October record; it's 5-4-2. Like, there's nothing wrong with that
Yeah,
at all.
no,
September was 0-3, and now you got November. You're 1-1 in November. So, I mean, if this team can play 500 hockey, I don't think um, that's a bad thing. That's probably you probably want to be a little higher than that. I think in the end, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
well, they're in seventh place in the division now, so
Yeah, there you go in the conference. So,
or conference, yeah.
um, yeah, I haven't even looked at the standings in the last couple days here, but it's just looking at the last little stretch here, they're actually playing pretty good. I mean, most of that Calgary game wasn't great, but they found a way to win, right? Like that's last year they weren't getting those wins, right?
Yeah. And then lots of
So
times last year they folded like a cheap tent, as the saying goes.
yeah,
And they're almost a quarter of the way through the season, and like other than that one game, and while in the Brandon kind of collapse, like they haven't played bad.
no, yeah,
So
like that wasn't they didn't it didn't look bad. Like it didn't look as bad as that Vancouver game, the Calgary game. I'm saying,
yes, yeah,
right? Obviously, and I didn't see the Brandon game, but that was just obviously just a tough one. Um, but yeah, like I said, like you said before, there hasn't been any stinkers. That Brandon one kind of was a blowout a bit, but
last year there was a lot of games where I was like, I want
Yeah.
to go home.
Yeah.
Or I'm turning this off, but I decided to watch everything last year. But this
Yeah.
year, this year's a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Definitely.
it's a complete turnaround.
Yeah.
Like everybody seems to be buying into the system or
Yeah.
systems. And
Yeah.
like
I
the
mean,
penalty kill is kind of struggling still. Like they're doing okay. It's up to 70.4%, which isn't great, but it's not the worst in the league.
yeah. And the
And
power
the
play's like 20, 21.
power play is
So
21, so it's
it's, that's not bad.
it's okay-ish.
Yeah. Actually, Brad
But
did mention the PK. That's kind of him. The PK and Schlenker really kept him in that Calgary game, right? Because
yeah,
what was the PK? There was 5 for 5 against Calgary. Yeah, 5 for 5. Um, and Regina was 0 for 3, but they did score the one goal. I can't remember which one it was. If it was, I think it was a Hamilton goal. Maybe it was right after the end of a power play, or maybe it was the Fawcett one. I can't remember, but one of them was like right after the end of a. Oh, it was the Fawcett one, right at the end of the third period. That was
yeah,
basically a power play goal.
yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, 0 for 3 technically, but the PK was 5 for 5, right? So that held them in the game, right? So
That's huge.
yeah, definitely. And then what else was I say? Can't remember what I was. I had something else on the mind, but kind of got sidetracked when you mentioned the
It
penalty kill. But yeah,
was nice to see Deschamps back in the lineup.
yeah,
Took
that's for
it
sure.
took a
Like you
little
said,
while, but he's back, and hopefully he's healthy enough to play. He took a penalty, got into a little bit of extracurriculars and stuff,
yeah,
but
that's
that's good.
that's nothing new for him though, right?
Exactly.
He likes to get into
Need
that
the
stuff. Yeah,
defensive agitator.
yeah. Well, him and Cone and Bridgman, there's three guys that won't step down, right? Those three
Yep,
guys will step up for teammates
exactly.
and do whatever needs to be done, right? So, um, but yeah, you look at that Regina 5-3 and 1-1 in the past 10. So like that's not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
So and yeah, so they're sitting at like you said seventh at 14 points. Moose Jaw is ahead of them with 15, and then it's kind of the dividing line there. The top five, you got Edmonton, PA, Calgary,
The
Medicine Hat.
20s and then the rest.
Yeah, Saskatoon all above 20 points, and then Moose Jaw, Regina Swift, Brandon, Red Deer, Lethbridge below 20, and Lethbridge
Yep.
below 10. So,
Yeah,
but
Lethbridge, they're having some struggles this year.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, anything else you got after that? Those few games, like I said, it's a pretty decent showing. So,
Yeah. No, not much, just not much else to say. It was just it's been a long time recording between recordings here,
yeah,
so it's kind of rusty.
With the Tuesday game and me being out of town is a tough situation, but we got to figure it out. Nothing, I think, drop this and then we'll have our usual on Sunday night and stuff. So,
Which
um,
includes a great interview.
yeah, so that'll be
So
good.
just stay
What
tuned for that.
it's nice to see guys like Lansard. He's really clicking. Like he's got 8 goals in 16 games. Klassen's look good. He's got 4 in 16. So those two with Keats Fawcett with 10 now in
Yeah.
15 games. Like that's a pretty solid line. They kind of stepped up this week, whereas the Mays, Brown, and Mayette line didn't do as much this week. But I mean, Brown had one and Mayette had one in that Brandon stinker. But it's nice to see that they've got two kind of really scoring lines going now. It's
Yeah, it's by committee, but it's not by committee. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, they've got, it's almost
they
like they've
score by
got a top
committee, but
six
they've
and a
got
bottom
guys that'll
six.
step up for a bit.
Yeah,
Kind of, yeah. But it's like if one doesn't step up, another one will,
yeah,
which is nice to have. We've had seasons or the last couple of seasons where when no one stepped up,
nobody
they
else
got
did.
obliterated.
Yeah, exactly right.
And this
So
year they've got the Maze group, and then they got the Fawcett group. It's nice to see. I'm really enjoying seeing these guys
yeah,
come
no,
together.
yeah, and it's much better hockey than we've watched in a while, right? So
Yeah, and they are
um,
missing. They're still missing Baron Moore.
yeah,
So like
they basically
pretty
been out
well
all
without.
season, right? So it's
Yeah.
see how they when they get back, whenever that is, see how they fit in, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Moore's got 3 games, and what does Bear have?
He's around 3 games as well, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 3 as well.
So
But yeah, it'll be
pretty
interesting
much
to
the
see
whole
what
season
happens.
without them
Yeah.
so far, anyway.
Speaking of Brown, I forgot to mention that earlier in the news section, but he was Player of the Week for the previous week, right? So, and I asked you, I was like, has there been anybody since Mr. 98 to win Player of the Week? And you're like, I think Howe got one. So I went back and looked. Howe didn't have one since Bedard left. He had one.
Yeah, it was the same
with Bedard. With
yeah,
his
it was with
6-point night in Victoria, he got him Player of the Week. So, but yeah, so nobody's gotten a Player of the Week since Bedard has left, which isn't too surprising. But it's nice to see somebody finally get one, and it was well deserved, right? He had a good week there.
Yeah, it was nice to get recognized for
Yeah.
his output there.
Yeah, so I guess if that's all you got, we should kind of just take a quick glance at what's coming up on the schedule here, wherever that tab is. Yeah, so we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Red Deer in town on Friday, and the Pats are off to Moose Jaw on Saturday. So that's a 2:30 start. They changed that from a 6:00 start.
Because of the Rough Riders.
You're saying because of the Rider game? I don't
Yep.
follow that stuff, so I had no idea. I was kind of pissed because we were probably going to go to this game
Yep.
at 6:00, and then it ended up being 2:30, and that just doesn't really drive.
And now
for me.
I've been asked to work, so
And you're working, so
I'm not going to make it to that one.
Yeah,
And then Sunday
so-
afternoon at 2:00 against
then-
Speedy Creek.
yeah. Then the Sunday afternoon here at 2:00. So
Yeah.
2 afternoon games. I'll probably be watching that Saturday game on delay Saturday night when it's more convenient for me, and go from there. But yeah, so I mean, these are 3 winnable games. Again, like they could go 3-0. They could go 0-3. I don't want to see that, but it'd be nice to see a 3-0 weekend. Red Deer just played them, just played Moose Jaw. Haven't played Swift in a couple weeks, but we've seen them a couple times already. So
Yeah.
3 definitely winnable games. Got some offense starting to roll, it seems. So hopefully maybe both those lines get clicking at the same time, and there's a blowout. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah, it's
so-
been a while.
Yeah.
Last year.
But yeah, what else you got? Anything else to add to this?
No, I think that's enough. Enough less rambling on about these games, and
Yeah. Kind of get out of here, and
it feels like it's been a month since those games were played.
I know, right? All right. Well, I think we covered everything. So, I guess we'll see you at the rink this weekend.
Have a good one.
Hamilton drives below the Calgary net. Down low center, Fossing, Wade, backhander, score! What a victory for the Regina Pats! They come back down 2 goals in the 3rd period. Keats Fossing with his 2nd of the game against his former team, the overtime winner. What a moment for the Regina Pats as they take down Calgary.